За бүгдээрэнд өнөөдрийн мэндийг хүргэе. Бидний багтаа за ялангуяа 80 90 оныхны багтаа тоглож өссөн Age of Empires гээд 1 2 3 за ялангуяа 1 2-ыг бол бид нар хамгийн их тоглож өссөн. За энэ тоглоомны хамгийн сүүлийн хөлбөр болох Age of Empires 4 гарсан байна. Тэгэд Age of Empires 4-ийн бас геймплей бол та бүхэндээ хүрэхэд бэлэн болсон байна. За тэгээд тоглон сууж таалан сойрох нөө. График зураглал бол мэдээж сайжирсан. Маш сонирхолтой. Одоо ялангуяа Монгол улс шинэ nation хуучин бол байсан. Тэгтээ бүр яг зориулсан кампаньтай болсон гэж бол ойлгож байгаа. Тэгэхээр сонирхолтой байх болов гэж бодож байна. За энэ бол Town Center гэдэг төв. Ер нь RPG тоглоомны эхлэл бол яг л стилээр бол эхэлж байсан.
With a healthy supply of food, the village could start to grow. To do so, it would need more hands to share the work.
За хоол ямарсан цуглуулсан. Дахиад шинээр villager worker үйлдвэрлэхийг бол за энэ бол миний бодлоор зөвөр нөгөө танилцуулгын интро маягийн квест баг шүү.
Yes sir. Meta. Yeah, will do.
Мод цуглуулдаг. Зургалт авгүй шүү.
Quetta, Gongende. Huende.
Шууд ингэж.
Yaru. Iche fare.
Yaru, Gadriende.
Spawn point заагаад өчж болдог.
The new workforce could now turn to the growing village's needs. First, they would build a mill near their food source, so villagers could drop off gathered berries more easily.
Iche fare.
Yaru.
Mill
Werkende.
стажин. Treadmill тэ. Population хүний тоон дүүрсэн. Хат барих хэрэгтэй гэдэг тэ.
Next, the growing village would need wood to build with.
Quetta, styria each.
The growing community now had a steady supply of lumber. To make wood collection easier, villagers could erect a lumber camp near the forest.
Модтой харах lumber camp. Мод боловсруулах төв гэх юм уу?
Thanks to the camp, villagers no longer needed to travel as far to drop off lumber. The village now required additional houses to support its growing population.
За
Yeah, Gongende, Meta. Yeah, Gongende. Workende.
за 3 хаус барьчих.
Here worked. Quetta.
Зурглал ямар хөө санагдчихсан та комментэр бичээ.
Gongende. Apple.
With additional housing in place, even more villagers could join the workforce. But a populous village would soon exhaust the natural food sources. To grow, the community needed dedicated farms.
Yaro.
Farm. Ойршных нь resource нь маш хурдтай дуустдаг учраас resource дуустдаггүй farm л барих нь зүйтэй. Нэг farmed
Quetta. Gongende. Yesamia. Beta.
нэг farm нэг л ажилд болсон юм. Хуучин бол
Quetta.
нэлээд олон хүмүүс ажиллаж болдог байсан.
Ichafara. Yasamiende. Workham. Yeah. Q-Wende. Dog. Huh? Quetta. Air to work.
Woodsmen and farmers now kept the village well supplied. Further growth required knowing the countryside and finding more resources. For that, communities employed scouts.
Scout.
Yes, sir.
Able to move quickly and see great distances,
Construction.
scouts were key to discovering new resources. The most important thing for a scout to locate was a ready source of gold.
Quickly.
Окей, алдууллаа.
Yes, sir. Redende. Yes, sir.
To prevent having to haul ore large distances, expanding communities would establish a mining camp near the source of gold.
Hira. Yaru. Workende. Workende. Abendende. Workham.
Yaro.
Quetta. Yaru. Ichafara. Huh? Faralda.
Quetta. Uende.
Huh? Yeah.
Gold mine. Алтны уурхай ажууд барина.
Reader. Redende.
Яг нэг тийм амар зурглал гоё болсон юм бол харагдахгүй байна. Зүгээр арай нэг жоохон картун шимэг юм зургалтай болсон юм.
A well-placed camp ensured efficient gold mining.
Yeah, yes.
Модноос хоёр гараа. Модон дээр бол хангалттай юм байна. За энэ бол минутанд хэдэн мах хүнстэй мод алт хэдэн хүн дээр ажиллаж байгааг бол харж болж байна.
With a good supply of gold, the village was becoming a large town. The signpost of this growth would be the construction of a large landmark.
Landmark barricade байна.
Firalda.
Окей.
Where can?
Дараагийн нөгөө нэг хөгжлийн үйлэг авахын тулд энэ landmark барих ёстой байдаг. байлдаан л их чухал байна. Байлдаан нэг ямар болсон байна.
Hessa. Yes, sir.
Сонирхолтой болсон байна.
Astirende. Kutlich. Yeah.
За энэ дайсны газар
Yerende. Yes, sir. Asteriende. Ridende. Gande.
мөсгөл.
Yeah.
Хоёр дахь иш рүү орлоо. Feudal age.
With the landmark in place, the once sleepy village announced itself as a thriving feudal township. The townsfolk had been driven from their homes before, however. This time, they would defend themselves.
On your work, huh?
Yes, sir.
The first step would be constructing a barracks for infantry.
Yeah, it's a wheeler. It's timber of Theos.
За цэргийн барик. Цэрэг үйлдвэрлэдэг. Барилга байна.
Each you say,
Дахиад хат хэрэгтэй болно.
each timber theos.
Once it had a barracks, the town could establish a standing force of soldiers. Simple infantrymen armed with spears were a common choice for these militias.
There you were,
Arm spearmen чинь
each brookie that.
Yes, sir. Yarway.
танаас damage
Veradon.
хурд armor hunter-ын талаарч
Tremet
байна.
Garu. Yarwigan. Yarway.
What's their faith, eh? Found and they know.
Хоёр барик чинь зөвөрч.
That's surely biotech, Yarway. What's their faith, eh?
Yes, sir.
Ike objesele.
Yarway. Aknawa.
The town now had a militia and could look to reclaim the lands lost to invasion. The invaders had blocked the road north with a stout palisade. Although spears were of little use against these walls, the militia could burn down the obstacle with torches.
Garwin, yes, sir. Garwigan. Yerwap Garwigan. Hurra! Yarwe. Each wheel.
Дугаарлж бас болдог. Group
Come
хийх
on. Yes, sir. Yarwe. Yerwa. Garwigan. Garwigan. Trimet Garu. Ringlu. Garwigan. Aknawa. Trimet Garu.
With the road open, the militia could now reclaim their lands in the north.
Garwigan. Trimet Garu. Come on.
First, the spearmen had to deal with a lone sentry.
Garu. Fara. Yerwath Garu. Astira. Garwigan. It will. Hurra. Garwigan. Ritnu!
Advancing aggressively, the militia eliminated the enemy sentry. The invaders had a small cavalry camp guarding the road, but the militia was ready to attack.
Come on! Mid-man.
Spears were highly effective against cavalry, allowing the militia to win the day. All that remained was to destroy the invaders' stables. The invaders' cavalry post was destroyed, but other enemy positions awaited further up the road. Hostile archers defended the next camp, which would put spearmen at a disadvantage. The township needed cavalry of its own to deal with this, and so would need to build stables. To deploy that cavalry quickly, the town needed to build their stables near the front lines. Fortunately, friendly villagers came out of hiding and joined the effort.
What survey say? Cheerless, your way on your Sammy Ende. What survey say? Aor Cylinder Cuthleach. Charles Serpende Hestem.
Garwigan asa cometh on.
With stables in place, the town could field horsemen of its own.
Yes, sir.
Failed me.
Naturally, they out to cheerless. Your way on your Sammy Ende.
Yerwath Garwigan. Instead of past anew. Yes, sir. Ayored Yaru. Failed me.
Cheerless here. Yes, sir.
Primet Garu. Astira Garwigan.
Самгийн хэрэгтэй болдог.
Yaru to where
Ayored
soon on.
Yaru.
Eat your work.
Failed me. Failed me. Ayored Garu up mit me. Garu up. Yeah. Yaru. Yahweh. Ayored Yaru. Yerwath Garu. Yedita Upa. Yes, sir. Hester. Ayored Yahweh.
The town now had a rapid light cavalry, skilled at harassing slower targets, such as archers.
Each your will. Each your folly. Ritanu. Ayor Remek. Ritnu. You need to know. You need to know.
The cavalry eliminated the enemy archers and moved on to destroying the archery range itself. The invaders' archers and their camp were destroyed. A final enemy emplacement remained, one fortified with palisades and defended by spearmen. To deal with this target, the town would need longbowmen. First, they needed to build archery ranges in the area regained from the invaders. Once more, friendly villagers arrived to help.
Мөнсөмчтэй бэлддэг.
There you were.
Баярлалаа байна.
Faradon.
Yarway, you
Ой,
are.
ёс.
Eat your worker.
And your worker.
Estes come on, Wraithwath.
With several archery ranges in place, the town could add longbowmen to its forces.
Each brookie that. There you were.
Strela, Boren, Jarl. Strela, Aquila. Strela, Boren, Jarl.
And your worker. Yes, sir. Understood.
So
Yes,
flambo,
sir.
Strela,
Where's
Boren,
the
Jarl.
Wala? Each timber theo.
Earth upper.
Aquila tu. Strela, Strela, Rose.
And your worker. Yes, sir. Understood.
Strela, Boren, Jarl.
Ikeom Yaseli.
Eat your worker.
Veo de Strela, Rose.
Fair
Strela, Boren, Jarl.
There you worker.
Strela, Boren, Jarl.
A strong force of archers could eliminate enemy spearmen at a distance, so long as they took the proper position.
Eat your blue that.
Strelbora, Sithe. Gath, Strelbora. Foliende, Heso. Garu Umba.
Yerward. Readeth Aeradus. Yesadli Athumpa. Aeradus. Helsborough.
Remnant with.
Yedifted up. Readeth Aeradus. Yes, sir.
Garu Abuga, Onstiria. Strelbora.
Strabora. Ferris. Yerwa. Gamriga. Garu. Ferra.
Aeored Yaru.
Strelbora, Gerwa.
Aeradus Yawa. Ichiera.
Yeah. Haragonga, on way. Dida hit.
Poised on a cliff top, the longbowmen would be protected from an infantry charge. The last of the invaders fell to the resurgent homegrown population. Now that their lands were free of enemies, the town could take the next step in its growth and become a powerful medieval city. Here, too, the erection of a great landmark would be the signpost of this growth.
Yes, sir. Questo Hana. Yes, sir. Understood.
Food.
Here went
More
it
food.
Hey, Talenda. Cool Leech.
Con che they know? Yeah, it's you, Ella. You went day off. That Shula Beo Timber.
Okay.
Work end day on Acre House.
On movement honor. Yes, sir. Second and
Cheerless hair. He's a worker. Yaru to work.
Stand up afternoon. Yes, sir.
Where a few lowly refugees had founded a small village, now rose a mighty city. From there would grow an empire.
За ихний интро мишн chapter дуслаа. Ерөөсө тоглоом дөнгөж шинээр эхлүүлээл интро мишн
Play page.
сонголтгүйгээр явж байна. Campaign.
Single player page.
За Монгол Empire. За энэ илж голоо. Бус нэг сан юм шиг наа. Normans-с эхлэн дараа нь The 100 Years War, Mongol Empire, Rise of Moscow гарсан. Биш нах шүү. Alright.
Start campaign button. Checked.
За өмнө нэлийн тоглож байсан болохоор easy боллоо надаа. Арай л сулдах болов. Meant to be played ер нь intermediate гэдэг энэ level дээр л тоглол хамгийн зүгээр.
Campaign tab. Item 1 of 3.
Okay, let's go.
Some events leave a deep mark on history, but none on the land. This is the site of the Battle of Hastings. After almost 1,000 years, no traces of the bloody conflict can be seen. But here, the fate of England turned. It's where a king was killed, and his victor claimed the throne. October 14th, 1066. We know what happened here on this day, thanks to this. The Bayeux Tapestry. A carefully preserved illustrated record of events. It shows the main players. Harold, the newly crowned Anglo-Saxon King of England, and his challenger, William, Duke of Normandy. William claimed the previous king had promised him the crown. So, he assembled an army and prepared to sail to England to fight King Harold for the throne. But a storm thwarted his plans. Meanwhile, Harold discovered that a Viking invasion had landed in the north. Another threat to his crown. So he raced to fight them. In France, William waited for the right conditions to sail across the Channel to England. The weather cleared. He seized his chance. "250 miles north, Harold had defeated the Vikings. Now, hearing of William's arrival, his army sped south. At 9 o'clock in the morning, on this hill, William's Norman army were ready to do battle with Harold's Anglo-Saxon men. The stage was set, and up for grabs, England itself.
За 1066
Loading
оны
screen.
Англи,
Loading in progress.
Нормандын дайныг харуулсан байна. Тэгээ энэ яг бодит түүхээс сэтүүлсэн юм уу гэдгийг сайн мэдэхгүй байна. Ямарчсан 1066 гэдэг чинь Монголын эзэнт гүрний юунаас бол арай жоохон наан.
Loading screen. Loading in progress.
New voice. Okay, let's go.
Play button.
On October 14th, 1066, William of Normandy stood ready for battle at the base of a hill. The high ground belonged to King Harold of England and his Anglo-Saxon army. Here, on this hilltop, the fate of England would be decided.
Obéir, c'est vertu. Si très certes.
William's Norman army made the first charge, launching a direct assault on the shield wall.
хаан скил энтер хэрэглэж байна.
Though William's army fought fiercely against the shield wall, it would not yield. As one man fell, another took his place. Overlapping shields in tight formation made for a near impenetrable barrier. Realizing his army could not break the shield wall, William called for a retreat. He aimed to lure the Anglo-Saxons into a false sense of victory, causing them to break formation. William's feigned retreat was working. The Anglo-Saxon army broke their shield wall formation, leaving gaps for William to make a move.
мэдсэн юм бол
With Harold's men no longer in shield wall formation, William could pick them off as they charged.
Болоод хамгаалтын нэгдэд дахиад болж байна.
The Anglo-Saxons had deployed rows of spearmen to push back the invaders. But William had an answer. His sharp-eyed archers. More Norman men-at-arms reinforced William's army. Anglo-Saxon archers joined the fray, and the Normans' deadly cavalry ready to charge. But first, William's forces had to eliminate the enemy spearmen, whose sturdy polearms could easily bring down a horse. With the threat of spearmen cleared from the field, William's cavalry was free to charge at the Anglo-Saxon archers. The Anglo-Saxon army was in disarray. Their shield wall had been neutralized, and their numbers were dwindling. Now the only thing standing between William and victory was King Harold himself. The last of Harold's men encircled their king, prepared to lay down their lives to save his. More Norman cavalrymen took to the field. The Anglo-Saxon King Harold had fallen. In the confusion, some loyal soldiers fought to the death, while others scattered in panic. Leaderless and defeated, the last of the Anglo-Saxon army fled for their lives. The Normans celebrated victory over the English king, but William's quest to rule England was just beginning.
Окей, за энэ үргэд ямар ч үсэн геймплейг өндөрлөе. Нэлээд цаг орох бах, нэлээд мишнүүд бол байгаа, квестүүд байгаа. За тэгээд хэдүүлээ дараагийн геймплейээр уулзцаая. Cheers. Peace out.